guys, it's Sarah. So there's a lot to cover in this video, so I'm just gonna start. Okay, first off, kind of not One Direction related, but I think we all know the band Union J, but a member of that band recently just came out. His name is George Shelley. Articles are saying that he came out as bi, but really, George Shelley really didn't come out as any label, he just came out. But this kind of correlates to One Direction and their management. It says, Union J member says artists are told you cannot come out. Jamie Hensley's bandmate George Shelley recently opened up about his sexuality. And by the way, Jamie in the band is also gay, so now they have 2 LGBTQ members. I've seen it happen to other people in the industry, said Jamie Hensley at this year's National Student Pride, and they've been told that you can't come out. It's not going to do well for your sales. I think testament to say that it means bugger all. It doesn't matter. I have just as much of a female fan base as my other 3 band members. I just like boys. And this is really important because Union J's a boy band, One Direction's a boy band. I'm not sure if they're under the same management company. If they're part of a different one, then it just proves that Modest sucks, because Union J management company actually let them come out. But I'm really not one to blame it all on the management company. I think there's other factors that go into it. I think ever since like 2010, Jamie was very open about his sexuality. He probably knew who he was. And George just recently came out. And the fact that these boys are saying that the industry tells you not to come out and all these things, then maybe that's why Louis and Harry haven't come out. And like as I said, I'm not just gonna blame the management company. I think it also has to do with how comfortable the actual person is on coming out. Like maybe back then, 2010, homosexuality wasn't as accepted, and I don't think Louis and Harry really knew what they were. Maybe they weren't comfortable about coming out, maybe they still aren't. So again, I think there's a lot of factors that come into play of why Louis and Harry aren't out. I mean, just because Jamie and George are out, it doesn't mean Louis and Harry have to be out either. But just the fact that these are both boy bands and this stuff is happening with sexuality, I'm pretty sure there is a lot behind the scenes of like what's going on. Harry Styles recently just posted an Instagram picture, and it was of the Super Bowl. It was when Coldplay and Beyonce were performing. There was like a bunch of rainbows everywhere, and it said believe in love. Now a lot of people were saying, okay, this was an LGBT pride kind of thing, but other people were saying no, the rainbows were just promoting Coldplay's new album, because his album cover is basically a bunch of colorful rainbow things. Like, even though rainbow is the symbol of the LGBT community, sometimes it isn't always synonymous to gay. Because there was a lot of like angry people saying, oh, I didn't know the halftime show was going to be an LGBT pride thing, ew, all those homophobic pricks. But I don't think that was the actual intent. It said believe in love. Maybe they just wanted to spread some love. Like, just because there's like rainbows, it doesn't automatically mean it's about LGBT stuff. But anyway, going back to Harry Styles' Instagram picture, somebody told him to post about like rainbows or something gay. Like, you know how this always happens, somebody tells Harry to do something and he ends up doing it. Well, someone told him to tweet something about that or post something about that, and then right after he posts this picture. So is it really a coincidence? I mean, even if someone didn't tell him to post it, I'm still really glad that Harry is posting these love-related type of posts. But then again, his picture was in black and white, like always. It wasn't in color, which I think kind of defeats the purpose of the picture. But it kind of just proves that Harry Styles is going with an aesthetic theme for his Instagram, which is black and white. This guy named Adam Ellis tweeted, I'm not super familiar with One Direction, but this Louis and Harry seem like a cute couple. Best of luck to those kids. One Direction fans are picking up my Larry tweet again. Louis and Harry are so lucky their fans support their relationship so much. So cute. So this guy is probably not even in the One Direction fandom. He probably doesn't know anything about Larry. He probably doesn't know anything that's going on. And the fact that he sees it just kind of proves that it's really not that hard to see that Larry is a thing. I don't know why some people choose not to see it, or just don't see it in general. I mean, look at this guy's profile picture. He has a beard, meaning that he's not like a little twink. He is like probably in his 30s or 40s, meaning he's a grown man with logic and intelligence, meaning that he's probably right. I don't know how I can judge that just from a beard. Okay, I know a lot of 18-year-old men have beards too, but he does not look 18. It doesn't matter about his age. It's just the fact that somebody who's not in the One Direction fandom can see Larry. That is a big deal. And this isn't the first time that that's happened. Now, so much is happening with unfollowing people on Twitter, unfollowing people on Instagram. Like, this person said Jay unfollowed Brianna, Perez posted about Brianna being a gold digger, and then Jay follows Perez. Yes, it's happened in that order. So just the fact that Jay followed Perez Hilton right after he said that about Brianna, I also don't find that to be a coincidence. It means that she obviously agreed with what he posted. And then here it says Danielle unfollowed Louis on Instagram. Now, I don't think these are rumored things, because if you go on Twitter or Instagram, you can see who people follow, who they don't follow. So I guess it's happening. And then there's all this drama drama about Brianna or whoever posting a picture of the birth certificate of Freddie on Twitter. And this is when the whole Tumblr fandom basically blew up. Now there's a lot of opinions on this. Some people are saying it's fake. Some people are saying, okay, maybe this is real. Some people just don't know, like me. But the people who say that it is fake, they actually do have quite a bit of good evidence to back it up why it would be fake. This person says there's no way Louis or his family sold this birth certificate to In Touch Weekly. So that means the Jungle Worms sold it. But weren't they just complaining to Daily Mail about how they can't have privacy at all? Didn't they sell an article to The Sun about how Brianna is suing, not really, fans who invade her privacy? Now they're selling a birth certificate of a child for attention and money? How fucking desperate are they? Second of all, I still do not believe that Louis is the dad. I can fake a birth certificate. I faked an ID once. I mean, this is meant to be seen. There's just no way he's the father, and I really don't believe that he's the father, and there's no Freddie Rain Tomlinson. The boys are still under psycho. Hello, case closed. So I agree with most of that. I mean, if you know how birth certificates work and all that, I mean, it's pretty accurate. This person says, I'm not a lawyer or anything, so I'm not 100% sure of the legalities, but I can try to explain in a simplified manner. I knew of this stuff way before this whole thing happened. An informational copy can be requested by anyone. Someone could request to see an informational copy of my birth certificate or yours if they wanted to. The reason why an informational copy says that it cannot establish identity is because of that very reason. If anyone could get a hold of your informational copy, anyone could try and say they were you or something of that nature, or use it for a number of reasons. Most would know it wasn't really you because said person would only have an informational copy, and thus it wouldn't be able to establish identity. An authorized copy can only be requested by the specific person or their parents. So basically, the reason why In Touch did not have an authorized copy is because obviously the people at In Touch are neither of those options. Very simple, very legal, nothing sketchy about it. So that was another viewpoint of the whole situation. So that's what I'm saying. There's some opinions that say, oh, this thing's not sketchy at all, this is perfectly legal, that there's nothing sketchy about this whole birth certificate thing. And other people are saying that, oh no, it's fake, this is all sketchy, blah, blah, blah. So there's many opinions. I don't think there's a wrong one. I say at this point in the fandom, you can literally believe anything you want. This person said, Jungworth logic. How to prove you're actually pregnant. Post a pic of a pregnant woman but crop the head out instead of taking a selfie. True though. How to prove a child is yours. Release a pic of a birth certificate with both parents' signatures and the doctor's name blocked out. Alright, seems legit. But to be honest, that's so true. Like, that is Brianna logic right there. I say she's not fooling anybody. This person said Ed Sheeran was able to date a girl for months without anyone knowing a damn thing, but Louis and Harry's supposed relationships are all over the papers, and we still don't even have pictures of Saint West, but somehow a fucking paper got their hands on that baby's birth certificate? No. So again, more speculation. I mean, even articles are coming out about this stuff, so it's not like it's just the fandom talking about this. No, it's literally spreading to other news articles and stuff. They said exclusive Louis Tomlinson's son's birth certificate. See the documents. In Touch has exclusively obtained the birth certificate of Louis Tomlinson's baby boy, Freddie Rain. The certificate reveals that Freddie was given his father's last name and confirms that he was born on January 21st, 2016 at 6:23 p.m. at the Los Robles Hospital in Thousand Oaks, California. This person said it's only legal if you file a fake birth certificate, which they didn't, and Louis didn't sign it, so the Jungle Worms were just crying and whining like bratty immature kids about how they don't have privacy and don't want money and attention, yet they're the ones who sold said birth certificate to In Touch Weekly for money and attention. Oh, and when did that happen? After we pointed out how both Louis and Harry haven't been spotted since February 2nd, and they are together on a holiday? LOL. Yeah, speaking about that, I heard Louis and Harry actually did go on a holiday, and that's what the whole Airport 3.0 was about. I heard like today or something they're coming back to the UK, and they're gonna be celebrating the twins' birthdays, Doris and Ernest or something. One person did a little bit investigating, and they compared the bracelet Louis was wearing on his wrist to the hospital bracelets they actually supply at that hospital that Freddie was supposedly born in. And apparently they didn't match up unless they have different hospital bracelets. But wouldn't you think that they'd have a uniform one? This person said, okay, I did a little bit of digging, and this is apparently what this particular hospital bracelet looks like. They said, I googled and found a picture of an elderly woman with a seemingly yellow colored hospital bracelet with the white part on top of it. If that hospital actually has colored wristbands and Louis is white, LOL. Basically implying that Louis' hospital bracelet doesn't match that hospital. And this person basically summed up the whole thing. They said, so no one seems to care that right under the In Touch logo is a statement for information only, not a legal document to establish paternity. This is not the certificate the parents would receive. This is a copy that anyone can buy from the state. You can even buy them online. They said it's simply a record of the name given to a child and the biological parents as reported upon admissions to hospital. Frequently, adopting couples will have their name recorded on the certificate if allowed by law. I would also point out that these documents have been used by child abductors to fake credentials, fraudsters to commit identity theft, and are very easily forged, and blah blah blah. And based on this is what I say, it's very important to do research. Like, you guys need to know how certificates work. That's why I'm the type of person to not jump on the bandwagon and say, oh, this is real, or oh, this is fake, or this is happening just because of this. Like, I think there's more to it, and sometimes things don't go according to our agenda. Like, I'm the Larry shipper who is pretty chill and doesn't always just jump on everything. Like, if something doesn't go my way pertaining to Larry, I'm not gonna say it's fake, because maybe it's not. And I think it's really good to have an open mind in this fandom especially. But it was funny because Louis posted this picture of pancakes, and this person responded, it's so funny how the boy can't even make pancakes, so how the fuck did he make a baby? Obviously comical, but seriously, I mean, look at those pancakes. And also, it kind of reminded me of that post that Louis and Harry posted a while ago about pancakes. They posted it from the One Direction account, and it says, hey everyone, me and Harry have just had pancakes and maple syrup for breakfast. Great way to start the day. Miss you all, Louis and Harry. So yeah, good times. But to be honest, guys, if we're talking about certificates, the only one I care about is the one the Bears posted. It says Certificate of Excellence for RBB for being fabulous. This is the only certificate that matters. Like, ignore the other stuff. This is what's important. So if you want my opinion, it's a whole mess. I really don't have an opinion. When I read the articles proving that the thing is fake, I pretty much see where they're coming from and I agree with it. But then again, I'm not all crazy about this whole thing. Like, to be honest, I just really don't care. But in better news, if you go on the Twitter page Fan Riot, this whole team of people are basically reenacting Larry Stylinson fanfiction. They call it like the Larry Museum. It's really hard to explain, but basically they've posted pictures of these two Larry lookalikes, and they're basically playing out the fanfiction story. I don't know if it's gonna be animated or if it's gonna be like filmed into like a real thing, but I fangirled so much over this. Because the fact that this is legit, like they're taking people's fanfiction and reenacting it, that's just amazing. But no, it came with like a bunch of pictures of these two guys who actually really look like Louis and Harry. And I'm really curious to see how this plays out. And Valentine's Day is coming up, and people say that they've seen Harry recently with more rings on his finger or just new ones. And they said, I love how Harry often shows up with new rings around his birthday and Valentine's Day, meaning Louis probably bought them for him. And there's also a recent picture of him, and you can see his hand with the rings. I'm not sure if they're new or not, but people say that they are. So obviously there's a lot more information to cover, but this video is probably already very long, so I'll cover everything else in the next video. So like always, like and subscribe because I post whenever I want. All my social media links are down below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.